Hey, great morning, ladies. You gotta excuse me a little bit. I'm a little under the weather, but I wanted to send out a video just to go over the 21 Day Finish Strong program regarding the nutrition side of things. I know we had a few ladies that were out yesterday and were not able to weigh in and or wasn't able to receive their documents. So I'll put that in an email today to make sure you have those documents and also go over um, the nutrition program. I know we had a couple ladies leave some suggestions, which I truly appreciate it. We also going to be starting a private Facebook page that will go up tomorrow. So please make sure you personally friend me on Facebook. That's the only way I'll be able to invite you to the group. Um, Also, there were some suggestions about meal examples and examples of foods with 20 grams of protein. So I'll try to touch base of those things as well. And while I'm at it, while I have your attention, make sure you log into your Zen Planner membership account. I'm sorry, and upload a photo. That way, as most of you ladies know, we have a client relationship person coming on board, and a huge part of her job is to be able to know everyone's name, face and name, and so help her do her job more effectively by uploading the photo ASAP. Thank you very much. Um, so as far as the three forms that we gave out yesterday, we have our 5 habits here. I will start here first. Make sure you read through that to know what's going on. Again, our principles don't really change. Okay, so we want to focus on a high protein, no starch diet. Okay, until the idea we really want to stay on board the 21 days, 20 other 21 days, I should say. And Thanksgiving, really, try to take these steps the rest of the day. I really enjoyed Thanksgiving, and also I know there's going to be leftovers and things like that. So anytime we're not eating compliantly, um, I'm sorry, anytime we're not enjoying our Thanksgiving festivities and things like that, we want to make sure that we are eating compliantly. Okay. So the first thing is that we want to eat every 2 to 4 hours. Um, Now, every time we do sit down and eat, we want to have 20 to 30 grams of protein. Okay. If you have 17 grams of protein, that is not a compliant meal. You need to have 20 to 30 grams of protein. Okay. And some good examples of protein. I know I'm gonna go into that, and so I have here BioTrust uh, um, protein powder. This is something that can be. I would really try to make this some sort of protein powder. Make a protein supplement. Make this every day, at least for the next 21 days. That way, you don't have to plan. That's one less meal you have to plan, and it's going to be compliant, and you're going to get the lean, complete source of protein that you need, and maybe have a piece of fruit with that. Another thing is I have egg whites here, liquid egg whites, and you can see that is for three tablespoons. I don't know if you can see that. 3 tablespoons is the serving size. You get 5 grams of protein. However, you would need to have more than just 3 tablespoons to have a compliant meal. But it may be something where you do maybe where you're able to get about 15 grams for that from that, and maybe add a piece of string cheese that I have here. String cheese has 8 grams of protein. Okay, so these are some items that you can have and maybe pair it with something else. The 20 grams of protein don't have to come from one item. It can come from a multiple from multiple items as long as they're all compliant. Okay, which string cheese is on our low fat dairy here. And another one, which is one of my favorites, is the Fage 0%. If you see here, a cup of this has 23 grams of protein, so this could be great post-workout or a day that you worked out or a snack. I don't want to use the word snack, but one of those meals in the midday with maybe some berries or banana and a little agave, just a little agave. If you do it with a banana, that may be enough sweetener to kind of balance off that bitter taste that the 0% yoga has. Um, which moves us to our number 3 habit, which where are your veggies? Okay, where are your veggies? And so we want to have vegetables at every meal. Okay, if we're going to have fruit, we want to have fruit just maybe 1 to 2 times a day, more so 1 time a day, I should say. And that's definitely going to be on workout days. So as far as the vegetables, there's a list of vegetables on your protein, fat, and carbohydrate chart, which is here on the back. So you can find those vegetables, and there's a list of a ton of other vegetables you can have. Just really try to do away with the peas and corn, which are pretty high, pretty starchy carbs. Um, so with the vegetables, we want to have 2 servings. 2 servings is at least a half of cup to a full cup. So you're going to do anywhere from a full cup to maybe 2 cups of vegetables at every single eating opportunity. Okay, and the carbs, excuse me, as far as the carbs, again, we only want to have those carbs after working out. So really try to avoid the pastas. And when I say carbs, I'm referring to fibrous carbs, your vegetables, um, and fruit. Okay, so if you after you want to really try to do away with the starchy carbs, whole grain carbs. Again, if you're going to have those, okay, you can just look at your chart here where it says the whole grain starchy carbohydrates. I assume everyone here wants to do where it says food timing for fat loss. Okay, so you want to eat those items if you're going to have them, and make sure you check out the parentheses as well. You want to have it. It say I have here 1 to 2 hours, but I want to keep that within 1 hour. Within 1 hour of working out, you want to have these items if you're going to have them. Okay, and so that's right on the back of the chart. And again, we have number 5 is where your fat's coming from, and there's a list of the healthy fats that we want to have right here on the bottom chart, the fat chart. So there's 3. That's the saturated fats, poly unsaturated, mono unsaturated fats that we really want to have our fats comprised of. So I want you to think of this. So if we have, I'm just going to throw this out there. At the end of the day, we consume 30 grams of fat. Excuse me. We want 10 of those grams to come from saturated fat, 10 of those grams to another 10 of those grams to come from mono unsaturated fats. Then the third come from the third 10, the 10 grams going to come from I said poly unsaturated, mono unsaturated, and saturated. So if we had to just kind of make that tangible, okay? So that's the first step. Make sure you read. Make sure you read here the five habits. Then I will move to our fat protein carb chart to see the actual items of food that's listed here. I think most of the questions are going to come from our protein, which is all here, even for our vegetarian plant-based diets. Okay, those are going to be here. Another thing that's not here that we have chicken, but ground chicken is something that's very lean as well that you can have. So once we have our items, what I would suggest is once we have our items, we take a look at those 2. Is just create a grid. Excuse me. Just create a 7 by 5 grid, and pardon my art. Okay. That would claim to be an artist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're gonna start here. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Then I have there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this is what if you can see that, I just created a 7. Okay, at the top, we're going up to the left of the days of the week, Sunday through Saturday, and then going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on my meals. Bill 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And so what I would advise is that you start here and just plugging in your breakfast for the week, which may consist of veggie omelet, protein shake, Greek yogurt and some fruit, then maybe Greek veggie omelet here, protein shake, and you can just recycle those things if you choose. But that's the idea. You go here and you just take your list here, our protein chart list, add your meats or your protein there, and then vegetables is easy. You can do whatever vegetables you have available, whatever vegetables that you enjoy. Take that chart, complete that. That's going to take about 10 to 15 minutes. Take that, create a grocery shopping list, go to the grocery store, purchase your food for the week. And that way, when you get home, make sure you chop up your vegetables, fruit, your produce, and package it away. And that way, you're ready to go for the week. So that whole ordeal, when you're talking about putting the chart together, maybe that's 15 minutes. Go out to the shopping store. It shouldn't take any more than 30 to 45 minutes there. And then you get home and chop up your veggies, your produce. That should take no more than 15 minutes. So you're talking about maybe an hour out of your the hour today or tomorrow just to have you all planned out for the entire week. So that's pretty quick and easy and efficient there. Okay. And then as far as our bi-weekly adherence chart, okay, you should have gotten one or two of these yesterday. But if you only have one, obviously we're going to need to print up another one so you can have it for the last 7 days, okay? Because this is for bi-weekly check-ins. So and the way it's going to start here, obviously day one is going to start here, and we have our meals. We have 6 meals here. If you're going to do 5, I highly recommend between 5 and 6, but nothing less than that. And if you read here, each time you have a compliant meal with 20 to 30 grams of protein, a vegetable, 2 servings of vegetables, or fruit, you're gonna have an X. You're gonna put an X for a compliant meal. Okay. So each time you miss a meal, put a 0 or an O in the appropriate box. So if you miss a meal, again, if we're eating every 3 to 4 hours, okay, I know I mentioned 2, but every 3 to 4 hours, and it's 5 hours, or you only get 4 meals in a day, okay, we missed a meal. That's just as bad, okay? So you're gonna put a 0 there, okay? So if you need to go up and put times here, you know your schedule better than I do. You can say, I don't know, 8, 11:30, 2:30. Right before you leave at 5, you maybe have something, and then dinner at about 8. I don't know. Okay, so you figure out your times, and then that'll help you stay on track as well. You can just write that at the top. Okay, your times every 3 to 4 hours, and then do it that way. And then so if you're missing a meal, again, you put a 0. If you eat, okay, say you had a granola bar and a banana, okay, you had a meal, but it's not a compliant meal, okay, based on what it is that we need, what we're looking for our 21 day Finish Strong program. You're going to put an asterisk there in that box. You did have a meal, okay, but it's not a compliant meal. And if it happens to be a cheat meal like Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving, or if you have a lunch meeting or something like that, and they provide the food, excuse me, okay, you put NA. But if the meal is not one of those 3, which would AKA be a cheat meal, you're going to put that there. And we really want to limit those, maybe 1 to 2 a week, for the sake of this. If you find that you're closer to your fitness goals as far as body composition wise, then maybe we can be at 3 or 4. But if you feel like you have weight to lose, or you have fat to lose, and you really want to really push forward through this 21 day program, try to eliminate the cheat meals. Only have one to 2 a week. So that's going to vary based on your goals and what it is you're trying to accomplish, and how aggressive you want to be toward those goals. Okay, so hopefully that cleared everything. Okay, so if I had to recap, start off with our JCF 5 habits, read that. Okay, then I'm going to move over to my protein, fat, carbohydrate chart. Take a look at those food items. Okay, and then I will move from that and plug that into my 7x5 grid, so I can plan on my meals for the week. Go to the grocery store, get back home, chop up my vegetables and my produce just in general. Package up things, whatever you need to package up for the entire week. Maybe do some batch cooking for the week. Maybe boil a dozen and a half eggs. That way you're ready to go. Okay, so you prep. And just some quick things again. Definitely have some Greek yogurt on. It's quick, it's easy, right out the door. Some string cheese as well. So hopefully that helps again. And again, to get back to our proteins, you don't have to have one item that's going to be 20 to 30 grams of protein. Okay, a lot of your animal product, a lot of your meat sources will be 20 to 30 grams. You know, if you're having 4 ounces of a grilled chicken breast, more than likely that's going to be between 22, maybe 26 grams of protein. You're having 4 ounces of salmon, 4 ounces of some sort of fish, cod or something like that. More than likely is going to be within that realm. Okay, but if you're not sure, if you have a food scale, perfect time to bring it out. If not, you can do a quick search on Google, maybe, just to get the nutrition facts. So you can Google, I don't know, 4 ounces, 5 ounces of salmon, nutrition facts, and that'll give you that. Okay, and again, so once we move from our protein, fat, carbohydrate chart, Then I'm gonna move to my 7x7, 7x5 grid. Get to the grocery store, get home, chop up my veggies and fruit, pack that up, and then starting at my next meal is when this is going to come into play. Okay, so as soon as you start, you start having some food. This is where this comes into play. You want to track this again for every day for the 21 days. Okay, and even Thanksgiving, we want to track this. Obviously, we understand. I'm not saying that this is not a starvation program. I want everyone to enjoy their Thanksgiving. The idea is that we really stand on board those other days, those other meals, to make sure that we have earned that Thanksgiving, and we can do it and have it guilt free and enjoy family and friends and enjoy food. Okay, so just keep that in mind, and I'll keep this on track. Okay, it's very easy. It only going to take literally 2 nanoseconds just to write if your meal is compliant or not. If you're doing the steps that I'm telling you to do, plan it out, package it, ready to have it go for your week. Okay, I know we're all busy, so that's why I really try my best to try to create something that's going to be really easy and quick and just straight to the point. So hopefully this does the job. Obviously, if you ladies have any more questions, you can always email me, text message me, whatever call me, whatever the deal may be. If you have any questions there, and again, make sure to like me on no like me like JCF if you haven't, but friend me personally so I can invite you to the private 21 Day Finish Strong Facebook page. And that way, that's going to be an additional line of support from each other. What you're doing, recipes, sharing recipes, any any trumps you may have had, any struggles you may have had. You never know. A lot, your campers, your fellow campers may be going through the same thing with you. Also, as a way for me to kind of, I can step in and add some coaching as well there. So I think that's it. Hopefully, I covered those protein sources. Again, the protein source is going to be here. It's pretty straightforward, okay? These are your protein sources. Again, if you're going to do seafood, make sure it is uh, wild caught seafood, okay? And we have everything here, okay? And as far as the vegetarian choices or plant-based diet choices, I know we have a ton of soy here. I would really try to limit the soy. Find a good protein supplement, hemp, brown rice, soy. Or if you do have eggs are great. If you do a regular whey protein, that's great as well. And I would probably have 1 to 2 of those a day for our plant-based diets versus having soy multiple times a day, every day. Okay, I don't recommend that just because um, the impact that it has on estrogen levels. I do not recommend that, even though I have that here. Okay, um, so just keep that in mind. And I think that covers everything. Again, if you have any questions, obviously I'm available um, to anything uh, via text, via text, call, email. If not, I see you ladies tomorrow with our mind right. This upcoming Wednesday is going to be our first Wednesday session, 30-minute session. And look out, we may add a 6 to 6:30 and then a 6:30 to 7. Okay, so I know a couple ladies brought that up to my attention. And so we can take it from there. Have a great Sunday. Win the day. See you tomorrow.